just gave him a few little hairs, and all I did was just grab a little white, come up, and just going kind of crazy with it. And that way he has a few little hairs going here and there. I've got a little white on my brush, so I'm just going to come down and do some light little hairs here, just on the top, just to put some color in. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, so now we just want to get rid of some of this. I'm just coming in here with a little white, and I may end up getting a little brown in here with this. Nope. That's just kind of doing over his eyes a little bit. I'm just giving him some little color in here. I'm not trying to kill all the black because I don't want it to do that, but I just want to make him a little, I'm going to grab a little bit of this black to come, just a few little hairs to come back in here, just to add a little. Because some places I think I got a little bit too much white. So I'm just adding a little more black in here. So I'm going to grab a little bit of that. I'm going to wipe my brush off because I don't want it gray. I'm going to grab a little bit of brown and a little bit of white. Come back and do brown again. And I'm just going to come back in here and do a little bit more on his, around his, this side of the head. I'm going to grab a little bit of white, just kind of bring that in just a little bit. And again, I told you, if it's too much, we can always put a little black back in there. Just coming in with a little white. I like some of that. Let's grab a little black, and then we can take some of this. It's just playing with your colors to get what you're happy with. Grab a little more black in here. Okay, I want to grab a little bit of this blue and just kind of rub it in here with this black and see. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I liked it over here, so let's try it over here. Yeah, I really like that, Joe. Okay. Now we're going to grab a little bit of black and come back up in here and just do some ears, some start to say feathers, some fur, and then just grab a little black over here and just see what we can get. Okay, I may end up coming with a little more brown and tone a little bit of it, because when it's drying kind of dark. But I don't want to get rid of all of it. I just want to get some of it. So I'm going to let that sit and see how I like it and go from there. And if I think I want to put a little bit of the blue in here. Oh yeah, I like that. And then I may just come back in here and add just a little bit more and just kind of rub it in. crazy with it. It's just giving me some different shadows. Just a little bit of blue, not much. That was too much. So keep rubbing till I rub it in. And just grab a little black because I think I got too much. I can just bring some of that black in here. I think what I'm going to do is grab some of this white and a little bit of pink and come back over here and put a little bit more in here. Because of the way his face is turned, he's not getting all of it. It's not angling with his face. I took out this side, but I didn't take out that side, so that's why. Alright, I'm just going to grab a little white, a little bit on my brush, and just come in here. Well, it's got a little gray in it, but that's okay. Just tone it down a little bit and grab a tiny little bit more white, and I'm tapping it down into my brush, and then I'm wiping a lot of it off because I don't want very much of it on here. I just want enough to kind of swirl it in and do a little bit with him. And I'm going to grab a little bit more of this white, tapping it down in here and just like come up in here and just do some swirling because I don't want to cover up all that gray, but I do want to cover up a lot more of that gray than what I got. I've just got a little white on my brush, just coming in here. I'm going to grab a little bit of this white and a little bit of gray, and I'm going to come in here and just so I'm going to grab my number 3 brush, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of white. And I'm going to come in here and give him a few little whisk out like this. Same way here. Like so. And then I'm going to come in here and give him a few longer ones. Try something, because if it doesn't work I'll just come back with something darker, but I'm going to come along in here just a little yellow just to try to get that division of his face from his body. That way we can bring some of that white in. Alright, I'm going to dip in a little white and I'm going to roll it. And I'm just going to come in and just put a little white over this to try to blend that together. Okay, so I'm going to grab some of this yellow again, and I'm going to come around on this side ever so lightly. And then I'm going to get some more of this white, and I'm going to try to roll it out so I don't have a whole bunch. And I'm coming in here. Okay, I'm just giving a little highlights here and there. just touching these spots with a little white. And then I'm coming back in here with a little more white. Okay, so I'm going to wipe my brush off, and just what little bit of white I have on here, I'm just going to try to rub some in. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to come up here on his head and do a little golden around in here. And then wipe that off, grab the white. Too much. Bad about that. And I'm just going to do a few here. Grab a little more white and just come right along in here. And I've got white, so I'm just going to put a few of these. Got a little yellow on there, so that's fine. I'm going to wipe that off and just grab some of this yellow. I mean some of this white. And wipe it off and just come in here and do a little. Because I'm not liking that. So at this point I'm just going to grab a little black and just come in and do some little marks over them too. And then some a little bit of gray on my brush, and then I can put a few highlights in here. Okay. Let's get a little more gray, and I'm going to come in here with a few. And if I think that's too much, it's nothing but a little black can't handle. And I don't really think it's too much. So, alright. Grab a little bit more of that gray and put another one or so right in here. Okay. Alright. I'm just grabbing a little bit of the white and gray just to try to get a little more on the highlight on some of this darker. I'm not liking that, so I'm just going to bring in some of this gray with it. I mean black with it.